Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gamblers World International podcast. We do this regularly, and today we're going to show you how to cook the best tacos there is, authentic Mexican tacos, from Gamblers World International. We call it the Gamblers Taco. So right now we're going to show you the products that you need so you can get them ready in hand when you get ready to meet. First of all, the most important thing is the meat. You can see how red it is. When you get real red meat, that means it's good and it's nice and fresh. And you want to try to get the most lean meat you can, 85, 90 up in that bracket, you know what I'm saying? That way when you cook it, it doesn't, shrink. So we got the meat here, which is hamburger. We're doing beef tacos today. So let's go through the lineup what we need. We need the meat, which we said is hamburger meat. We're doing beef tacos. There you see shredded iceberg lettuce, for those who like to put lettuce on there. Then you see the sauce on top. Then you see the bread. Then you see some people like to use sour cream, we use sour cream. Then you see McCormick stuff. McCormick's original taco is what we use, the seasoning. Now they make it in 4 or 5 at least different branch ways. You can make it hot. You can have it hot. You can have it mild. You can have it, less sodium and everything. And, like I tell people, some people like to have their tacos real hot. But, I start off with original. So if you want to make it hot, you can add the hotness to it, the flavoring. You know what I'm saying? But if you start off hot and it's too hot and you don't like it, it's kind of hard to take away the flavor from it. But you don't want to, you want to get the flavor in. And we use McCormick brands. We find it's the best. From my opinion, they make the best seasoning. Okay, you come up here, there's McCormick black pepper. You understand, like I said, the sour cream. Then you come over here with the cheese, Fiesta blend cheese. This is a blend of 4 different cheese, quesadilla and all that kind of stuff, for brands of Mexican cheese. Sometimes you can go to the store and they'd be under another name like Mexican cheese or whatever cheese you want. It's shredded, so you can add that to your tacos. And we like paper plates. We don't use the regular plates. It's too much mess to clean up. You can go to any dollar store and get them. It's a good deal on them. That way you don't have to be worried about it with the family. So nobody has to worry about who's going to clean up the mess. And then, you need a nice sized skillet there. You see it. You understand? You need a topping, for the skillet. Keep the flavor in while it's cooking. You understand? Here's the bowl to pour out a little oil that comes out of cooking the meat. And right here we have a restaurant style tortilla chips if you want them. Then you're going to need your spatula. And like I say, these are all the things you need. You understand? Basically for authentic Mexican, like I say, it varies. You can cook, make the same thing. You understand? You substitute the hamburger meat. You can make beef. You can make fish. You can make pork. You can make whatever meat you like, rabbit, coon, whatever, anything, something like that. But you understand what I'm saying? But the flavoring, like I said, is very, very important. If you use the right flavoring, you can make a whole boot taste good. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, when it comes to eating food, if you have a taste for a certain preference of food, spend the money getting that food. And so you can eat it. In other words, I'd rather spend extra $2 or $3 on something that I eat than spend save $1 or $2 on something that I want to eat. And believe me, flavor is tasty. Even the flour tortilla bread is all different brands, but believe me, this is the brand we use and this is the brand we like, and it's been tested over the years. So putting that aside and everything, these are things you need. So let's get into it. Okay, this is what 2 pounds of beef look like. Now, how much you cook, it depends on the size of your family or how much you want to cook up. You understand what I'm saying? How you always hear people talking about, well, this is enough for 4 people in the family. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on your family because you got some people who eat a lot. So what we're doing is starting to cook it, let it simmer a little bit. Then we gradually flip over and strain it. We don't add nothing to it, we just let it cook in its own juice. As you can see, The meat is starting to cook now. You understand what I'm saying? And so this is, I have the stove on medium. As you can see, it's not too much oil in it. Usually if you get those foods where you have the meat and it's real oily, like I say, 75% lean and everything, it's gonna, as we know, make a lot of grease. So what I do, now I start adding the seasoning on. First thing, depending on your taste, there's no certain amount. A little black pepper helps with the seasoning. See how the meat's cooking? You keep it turning it over, grinding it up. Now I'm going to add the taco seasoning. This is what gives it the flavor. This is the brand I use. So I'm using 2 pounds of meat. Spreading it all over. And believe me, this is good seasoning. There are other brands and everything. I don't get paid by these people. You understand? But I would like to, because I do use a lot of their products. I mean, there are other brand names that you could use and everything. That depends on up to you. So you pour it in there. Like I said, you don't want to overcook it. You understand? So you pour it in and you can smell it. It smells great. Just keep turning, tossing it. I'm using this little spatula thing. It's up to you what you want to use to turn it over, but this is okay with me. And like I say, these are the world's best because one thing is simple. It is simple. And you don't have to be Mexican to cook Mexican food. You don't have to be Italian to cook Chinese food. You don't have to be Chinese to cook Chinese food. All you got to do is know how to cook it. You know what I'm saying? So somebody tell you, well, he's not Mexican, or he's not Italian, or he's not this. Forget all that. Like I say, the season, and like I say, I got this one package. But depending on how much, food or meat you use, you can get 2 packages. It's up to you. Now this is brown and it's looking good. Then what am I going to add this? I'm going to add some taco sauce. Oh yeah. Some people put taco sauce after they get through, when it's cooked and everything. But we add it on to put the flavor in. Now, like I said, how much you use or how much depends on you. Like I say, with all these seasoning and spices and stuff, people tell you cut up this and cut up that. All they're cutting up onions and cutting up this stuff, you can get that in seasoning stuff. They got people who do that. There you go. Look at that. Now what I'm going to do is here, for 1 second or so, I'm going to turn on low. Let it simmer a little bit. And then I'm going to step over here and get a plate. A top. Put it on there. Let it simmer a little bit. And while we're waiting for it to get nice and great and everything, you understand? Like I say, depends on how much sauce you want. Usually, if you get good at it, you can smell it. How good it is. It smells great. Like I say, you can use this for fish, pork. Some people don't eat pork. Whatever meat you want to use it on. Like this one we use. Now, as far as like I say, when you get ready to put it in the shell, some people want to use taco shells that are soft. Some like to use them that are hard. It's up to you. Drop that clumsy. Pour a little sauce in it, a little bit more. Give it another turn. You don't want to overcook meat, especially this ground beef, as you see, because if you overcook it, you won't taste the meat. So you're going to put this just a little bit. Let's season. Let's sit for a second. Because remember, I put it on low. Wait a few seconds. It's usually everything is done by touch. People used to tell you do things with a pinch of this and a pinch of that. You understand? And while I'm talking, be sure to watch Gamblers World International podcast. We're on regular. We have other things on the show besides cooking. And we want you to become a member. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And we're going to do it all for you. So, you know what I'm saying? Whether you gamble or not or whatever, look on the Gamblers World International podcast, and you'll see there are other things on there that might be of interest to you. Today we're doing cooking tacos. Soon, there are other things on there. You can get your horoscope if you like playing the lottery, your lottery numbers and picks. So that should be just about. Let me say done. I can see it bubbling a little bit. Done. The meat's brown. Now we're going to turn it off. Let it set for a minute. And now I'm going to prepare the other stuff. Now I take this, what I usually do is take this and put it over here. Now, while you're waiting, I'm going to get some taco bread. Some of these places you go to, especially some of these chain stores, you get the food, man. The bread is like it's not warm and needs to be cooked or something. I'm gonna show you how to cook using bread. You know what I'm saying? It's been cooked all right, but like I said, certain bread you get it, a taco bread you get it cooked. You can use hard taco bread or soft. Now because it's all big, I'm gonna do it like this. Turn it on. Well, make sure the flame hits around the top. You don't want it real low, but you don't want to burn the bread. So we do it like this. Simple. All that old other stuff that people use. You sit up there, like I said, you want bread that's cooked nice and hot. So you let it cook. Turn it over like that. Let it cook again. You know what I'm saying? Just real simple stove. Like I said, we're using a gas stove, so pull it out. It's nice and warm. See, you can see it's been cooked already when you buy them in packages, but you want some more. You want your tacos nice and warm and easy to eat. You know what I'm saying? Now you can have hard taco shells or something like that, but you got to be careful because sometimes you get those taco shells and as soon as you bite into them, they all crumble up like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You don't get a chance to do it. Now, with tacos, it's like anything else. It's just like a hamburger. It's like you make something and you put it on. What do you want on your hamburger, or what do you want on there? But tacos, like I say, it's the same thing. You understand? All this add stuff. You understand? And here we go again. You understand? Now you see, this is what 2 pounds of beef look like. Look how much you get, how much you can feed a family. You understand? Put the top over it. You understand? Now, this is how much I put on the taco. Now, if you go to one of those restaurants, how much you think one of these places is gonna cost you? Because a lot of them fix a lot of meat, maybe. Some of them don't. So we got our shredded lettuce. We put on the taco. We have our cheese. You take that, you're gonna put it on a taco. Now anything else you add is up to you. Now I'm not gonna put the sour cream on it, you understand, but you understand there it is right there, the sour cream if you want to use it. So, with the lettuce, you got that. And like I say, now one more thing while you're looking at this. Some people like to put picante sauce on that, but it's not necessary because of the seasoning we had and everything. They want, a whole lot of extra stuff with picante sauce. So we take a little picante sauce and put it on there. You know what I'm saying? Now, take this and you fold it as good as you can. So you take these, these are 2 tacos. Now you see what was left over to eat. You understand? There's so much to eat there. Then you open your restaurant style tortilla chips. Put it on there. Now you got a simple meal. And when you buy a hamburger, understand, you can take hamburger and make anything with it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be taco. Now look at your plate and look what you got. Oh, we're missing one thing. That is the drink. Now, look at this. Got your drink, you got your 2 tacos. I could have made 3 or 4, whatever. But you got your 2 tacos, you got your little soda. How much you think that'll cost at a restaurant? Now look at this. All that food left over is enough to make at least 20 more of these. And what did you use? Hardly nothing. But the taste, the flavor, this is what's going to knock you out of sight. And like I say, keep listening to this channel, because I'm going to give you more food recipes for the common person. So this is Gamblers World International, Gamblers Taco, and I'm Silky Fred, and I'm signing off. And if you like the video, subscribe, you know, and get back to me and let me know. Like I said, we're the People's Podcast channel. So thank you and good luck.